Welcome to one of the most intense courtroom showdowns you'll see today. This case is about unpaid rent, legal obligations, and a judge who's not about to take any nonsense. On one side, we have YPF16 LLC, the property management company, and on the other, tenants who have been relying on rapid rehousing assistance programs like SOS to cover their rent. But here's the twist. Despite months of help, the balances are still climbing and the landlords are fed up. In this first case with Kiara Fleming, the plaintiff claims she owes over $4,200 and has never made a payment on her own. Fleming insists she mailed in forms with proof, but there's no record in the court system. Tension explodes when she interrupts the judgant. Let's just say you do not interrupt this judge. What follows is a heated exchange, an ejection from the courtroom, and a ruling that sets the tone for every case that comes after. Stay locked in because this courtroom isn't just about numbers, it's about survival. What would you do if you owed thousands in rent, assistance was running out, and the judge had no more patience left?
All right, where are we on this case?
Ms. Fleming has a balance of $4,298.39. She indicates that she mailed the rental assistance form to the court on Wednesday.
She mailed it on Wednesday?
Yeah, I didn't know. I couldn't really hear you, but I thought you said mail it in, so I mailed it in.
Well, it needs to
proof
be at
that
the court by
that I filled out an SIR with my tracker number and everything. I mean, an SER.
I don't have it.
Well, I sent it in.
You know, I'll leave it up to the court what the court wants to do. I don't think her balance is $4,298.39. She's been on rapid rehousing with SOS paying their portion. She's never made a payment to my client.
Here's where things go off the rails. The landlord is laying out a pretty straightforward case. No payments have ever been made directly by the tenant. But instead of waiting her turn, Kiara interrupts. And in a courtroom, timing is everything. Judges aren't just referees, they demand respect and order. By cutting him off, Kiara isn't just being rude. She's undermining her own credibility. And notice the judge's immediate reaction. Don't overt talk me. That will never happen. That's not just a warning, it's a declaration. The moment she pushes further, the judge loses patience, ejecting her from the courtroom entirely. What do you think did Kiara's attitude ruin her chances? Or was the outcome inevitable from the start?
Reached out, and from what she has said, so I reached out to SOS to see if they were going to be able to help her with the balance. What she indicated to me.
Can I talk? They're not going to be able to help. They're not going to be able to help with balance.
Ma'am. Let him finish, and I will do here.
I don't like.
You want to know what? You don't try to overtalk me, because that will never happen.
That's fine.
Am I understood?
Yes.
You know what? I'm going to pass the matter. You go down, check your attitude, and then I'll call your case back up. Have a seat. Have a seat.
Man, you about to piss me off. Come
on. Keep back talking. You better take that out of here. Oh, don't give me that look. Lee, get her out of my courtroom. Get her out of my courtroom. Court will pass that matter. Court does call the case of YPF16 LLC versus Nikia Turner.
Your Honor, I'll wait for it.
That just messes up my whole day. Everybody else is going to have a hard time with me now. You know, I was in a good mood, and then it's just going to take one person. It just takes one person that just messed up my whole attitude. You know? Nikia Turner, parties have returned. Mr. Terry, you were in the middle of your statement, sir.
Yes, her current balance is $4,123.39. Court costs of $175 for a total of $4298.39. She's been in rapid rehousing where SOS has been paying her portion and she's supposed to pay the rest. She has never made a payment. I reached out to SOS. They tried to reach out to her, and it's my understanding that the rapid rehousing ends at the end of July. So in August, she's going to be responsible for the whole thing herself. She hasn't filed And the rental assistance form, I don't think there's a tribal issue of fact. We would ask the court for a judgment.
All right, ma'am, what did you wish to say?
Anyways, like I was saying, SOS was paying my rent for 3 months without me having to pay anything. Like I told Miss Terry through SOS that I ended up losing my job, and I wasn't able to pay nothing at the moment. And I'm just now getting a job, and I wasn't able to pay nothing until today. But yeah, and I sent in my SER through the mail. I didn't know I had to come and actually bring it here. I don't have a car, so anytime I go anywhere, I have to get on a bus with my children. So I don't know if you're able to, if they bring the mail to y'all, but I definitely sent the SER to this courtroom with the judge with your name on it, Cedric Simpson. But SOS doesn't stop. She said that I already filled the paperwork out yesterday when she came. They pay August, but after August, I won't be getting no more help from SOS. But I reached out to Hawk. They're able to help, and I did do an SCR with my caseworker, and I have an appointment with my caseworker on Monday for help, so I can get help with my rent. And I'm able to pay altogether $900 today, but that's all I can afford.
Well, if we get to August 1st, then August rent is going to kick in, which means you're not going to be.
No, August rent is paid by her, by SOS.
I'm going to let you finish because I'm not going to be interrupted again.
I'm sorry.
So what else did you want to say?
That's all I had to say. That's what I said. It was already paid. August month is already paid. That's why she came over yesterday and I filled out the paperwork. So August month to be paid. After August, September, I won't be getting no help after August, is what I'm telling you.
If SOS pays in August what they paid in July, it would be $650 on a $1,300 apartment, which would mean she'd be responsible for the other $650.
That's not true.
But even without, let's assume that for the sake of argument that SOS is going to pay the whole thing. She still has a $4,200 balance. And I don't think there's any way that's going to be paid. And she hasn't filed the form, even though, the previous person heard you just fine last week when you said, we get it here within 5 days. It wasn't here within 5 days. We'd ask for a judgment today.
I did turn it in within 5 days. You said turn it in Wednesday, which I did turn it in Wednesday. And who is he to say that I won't have all of it paid? Like, you don't know that. I didn't know I can get as much help as I did until I reached out to all these companies. And I was unemployed for a while, which I just got a job. I just started working 3 weeks ago. So this is my first check. You have to wait 2 weeks in a hole to even get your first check.
Your Honor, I'm willing to extend the judgment, normally be the 28th. If we were to extend the judgment to August 4th.
Let's break down exactly what just happened. The judge issued a judgment for possession. That means the landlord now has the legal right to reclaim the property unless the tenant pays off the balance. The total is $4,298.39. Due by August 4th, 2025. Notice something important. The judge deliberately excluded August rent from the calculation, which is actually a benefit to the tenant. If she can find a way to come up with the funds by that deadline, she avoids further charges stacking on top. But realistically, how likely is it that someone who hasn't paid in months can suddenly produce thousands in a matter of days? That's the heartbreaking reality of eviction court. It's not just numbers, it's survival.
There's no tribal issue for this court. In regard to this case, I'll grant a judgment court possession with the redemption amount of the $4,298.39 with a writ to issue August 4th, 2025. Thank you.
Can you tell me exactly what does that mean?
I just issued a judgment, the 429839 will need to be paid on or before August 4th of 2025. I've done it that way because if I grant an adjournment in this case, quite frankly, whatever the dispute is with the August rent would be added on to this figure, which I was trying to say earlier.
Yeah.
So it's a benefit that if you can find the funds to get this paid, you only have to pay this amount Does not include anything for August.
Okay.
All right,
Well,
so you have to the 4th to get it paid.
yeah, but last thing I gotta say is that when I talked to my SOS worker, Miss Terry, our agreement was for her to pay the full amount because she know I'm not gonna be able to pay the full amount. The money that I have now is going to be towards to the money I already owe. So August is already gonna be paid. Like the full amount is gonna be paid, so I won't have to worry about August.
Maybe you're not hearing me.
I'm
I
hearing what you
just
said.
issued a judgment. I'm not dealing with August.
I know that. I'm just let you know for sure that's gonna be paid. That's all. But thank you. Have a nice one.
Thank you.
Jesus. People with rules.
Won't stop.
Nope, doesn't work.
Just don't understand the assignment.
So here's the bottom line. Both tenants faced steep balances, shaky documentation, and the end of rental assistance. The judge wasn't buying excuses, and the rulings made it crystal clear without payment. Possession goes back to the landlord. These cases show how quickly courtroom patience can snap, and how dangerous it is to come unprepared, especially when thousands of dollars are on the line. But let's take this bigger. Do you think these rulings are fair? Should the courts show more leniency when assistance programs run out? Or is it only right that landlords finally get their due? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to know what side you're on. And if you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share this video with a friend, and subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns.